So you just heard the news, the Sumner Tunnel is closing for restoration. You're living here in Boston or thinking about moving here and you just heard the news and you're like, oh my God, what does that mean? How is that going to affect already bad traffic? And, where is it that I'm going to be able to go to get around, and what are the solutions to this problem? So if that's the information that you're looking for, and you want to know all about how the Sumner Tunnel restoration and its closure is going to affect you this summer here in 2022, that's the video we're making. So keep watching, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So if you're relocating to Boston, what's up, everybody? This is Joe Turco with the Turco Group right here in Boston, Massachusetts. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, and what it's like to, deal with the Sumner Tunnel closing, make sure you tap that subscribe button, click that little bell so that you're notified every time we do a new video. Honestly, we get so many phone calls, texts, emails every day from people who are relocating here, and I absolutely love it. If you're thinking about moving anywhere in the area, relocating, or coming here to stay, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send Paul Revere. Days, nights, weekends, however you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back when moving to Boston. So I just want to kick this video off because honestly, I know what everybody's thinking. Oh no, we are going to have even more traffic with the Sumner Tunnel closing. Getting from places like East Boston into Boston proper and the financial district is going to be a nightmare. What is this going to do? And that's why I wanted to give you information on. So don't worry, it's not going to be the end of the world. You're going to still be able to get around. We have options for you. But if you're living in Boston right now, this is information you need to know for summer of 2022 going into the fall, as well as if you're thinking about moving here, it is definitely going to affect your move and something that you should be looking at and considering. All right, so here's the thing. You want to know, how will my commute and travel be affected? Let's be honest, closing the Sumner Tunnel is not a decision that was taken lightly. Everybody in Boston knows that the project is going to lead to detours and delays for, north of Boston and east of Boston commuters, as well as complications for many people coming in from Logan Airport. So with that being said, there's a little bit of a timeline that's been set up to know when closures are going to happen so that you can work around that. So for spring 2022 to spring 2023, they're going to be focusing on weekend closures. So what's going to happen is the Sumner Tunnel will be closed on weekends, and during this time, traffic is going to be diverted to other routes. Stay tuned in the video. We're going to show you what those other routes are. We're going to show you the best way to get around them and make sure that it's nice and easy for you. Kicking into next year though, so starting in May 2023 to September 2023, you're gonna have a full closure. So what that means is that the Sumner Tunnel will be closed 7 days a week from May to September, and during this time, again, it's gonna be diverted through all the different routes. So that's when you gotta really look at, if you're considering living here or moving here, that's going to be when there's going to be a little bit of a pinch time. So we're looking at East Boston specifically, and we're looking at, what's going to happen to those people that are commuting from north of the city into the city. So those are the things that's going to be really affecting it. And then what they're going to be finishing up with is fall 2023 to the winter 2023. The Sumner Tunnel will be closed again on weekends, and again, traffic will be diverted, kind of like we're doing right now leading into it. So if you think about it, we're really sandwiching those closures in this time of year, so this spring to summer, followed by next year, they're closing it, and then followed by, at the tail end of next year, they're going to be bringing it back to where they're only closing it on weekends. So things that are really super important to know. Now, let's look at the detour options, because if you're moving to Boston or to East Boston or to one of the other suburbs around the city and you're commuting into town for work, these are things that you're going to want to know and need to know. And it's one of the big things that, getting into town, especially for work, or let's be honest, to go see an event or have a good time, is so important. And being on time is so important. We are a very fast-paced city, so getting stuck in gridlock is not something that you're going to want to be doing. So let's kind of look at it. Beginning the weekend of June 10th, 2022, it's going to be where the Sumner Tunnel will close every weekend from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. on Monday for 36 weeks, but it's excluding the holidays. But what they're going to do is, in coordination with local agencies and emergency services, we're going to be setting up the following detours. So it's going to be super easy. So drivers from East Boston seeking to reach the downtown Boston area will be rerouted to the Ted Williams Bridge via Bennington Street and onto I-93. What they're also going to do is have where, if you're coming from Logan Airport, they're going to, if you're seeking to reach downtown Boston, be rerouted to, again, the Ted Williams Tunnel and onto I-93. If you're looking to leave Logan and get to I-93 North, you're going to follow the signs for Route 1A North to Bell Circle Rotary, and you're just going to follow everything to Route 16 and then up to Route 1 South. You're going to proceed over the Tobin Bridge and follow the signs to Rutherford Ave and continue through Sullivan Square up onto I-93 North. I know that's a lot of things, and that's why I'm going to put a couple pictures so that you can see exactly what these routes look like. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be anything that's going to completely destroy where you're trying to get to. So don't worry about that. Now, is this useful information? I think so, but drop me a comment below and let me know what you think so far, because we're a channel about living in Boston and moving to Boston. So I think these are things that you need to know, because these are going to be major disruptions. So if you like this type of video, please click that like button, leave a comment, and if there's a video that you're looking for that we haven't done yet, send a quick comment on that and we'll get that made for you too. I really enjoy making these videos and it's such a great part of my day. The only thing that tops it is when people reach out looking for help when moving to the city or one of the local areas around the city. And again, the only way that we can help you is if you reach out, days, nights, weekends, no matter what. Just remember, we always got your back. So let's get back to how is it going to affect different things. If you're looking to, traveling around like Route 1 South towards downtown Boston, you're going to be encouraged to detour probably to, Route 1A, right in Revere at that Bell Circle Rotary. And, once on Route 1A, you're going to be rerouted again to the Ted Williams Tunnel and onto I-93. And that's kind of going to be the big things on how that goes. Now, next up, how will my neighborhood be affected? What is it going to really look like? And is it going to be where, I should set some expectations for myself, my family, all that kind of stuff? Well, the Sumner Tunnel benefits everyone, but we understand that some communities will bear the brunt of the tunnel shutdown and construction. I get that. Closing it obviously wasn't a light decision, but aside from the effects on, travelers and commuters, it's going to be mostly East Boston residents will see more traffic, more noise, and probably some more pollution in the communities. And since much of the north end is built into the tunnel roof, construction will bring probably some unpleasant noise and vibrations to the north end as well. So when you're out, getting that, cannoli or that great Italian meal, it might be where you're not getting quite as nice of a time during this period because there's going to be the extra noise going on. But that being said, most neighborhoods that are going to be affected are going to be East Boston, South Boston, and the waterfront residents and business owners. And that's the thing is, it's going to be where there's going to be a lot of additional traffic. There's going to be a lot of additional, noise and people and rerouting, and it's going to potentially make things a little bit more difficult. Now, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everyone is safe, and that's why they're doing this. So it's kind of one of those things where to stay on the fast track and to stay exactly where we need to be, that's where we need to kind of take these measures and make sure that we're getting things to that next step. So if you're going to be living in Boston or are currently, this is information that you need to know, and I hope this has been helpful. So that's the thing, folks. Hopefully this has been a super helpful video. And if you're also looking for some help with either renting, buying, or selling in Boston or one of, its communities, we love helping. And those are all things that we want to, help you with privately. But the only way we can help you is if you reach out. So you have to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us a message. And, that could be an email, it could be whatever you choose, days, nights, weekends. We got your back when moving to Boston. So until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later. Have a great time.